He's literally like my dream guy. My friends at work were getting on me about getting like an online account, like dating. I was completely against it. And then one night I was just watching TV and I saw like an ad for eHarmony.
I had been on it for quite a bit, and I was actually going on it to delete my profile.
I was making my profile and literally within like 30 minutes, Paul sent me a message and it was like, this guy lives 5 miles from you.
And at the time I was deleting my profile, I received an email. And the email had said, hey, you have a potential match, and that match is 5 miles away, and it was Amanda.
So we were gonna wait a week to meet.
We couldn't wait. So literally about 3 days afterwards, we met. And that's where we met at Old Chicago for the first time.
I was walking in and he like whistled at me driving up.
And I saw this girl walking up into the restaurant. She had her arms crossed and she had these like blue scrubs on and had her head down. And I instantly knew it was her, and I looked out the window and I whistled and she turned around, and once I saw her, like my breath was gone.
He took like 5 minutes to get inside, so I thought he just like decided he saw me and didn't like me. Really, I guess he was just nervous, that's what he says, but.
I was super nervous, very, very nervous, because we had spoken on the phone. I had seen pictures of her, and I still thought I was getting catfished. I didn't think it was real.
He came in and I literally will never ever forget like the way he looked at me. Like,
it was like magic. Like I stared at her like.
The way he was staring at me, I was like, I just knew that this was something really, really good.
She was like $1 million. Like I couldn't believe it was really right there in front of me. And she was real timid and real shy. She was all like kind of hunched over, didn't really want to look at me, and I couldn't take my eyes off of her.
We were there for hours and I'm really shy, so I sat there like with my head down, hardly said a word, didn't eat anything, and Paul ate. He like stuffed his face the whole time and talked the entire time.
The whole time I just just jabbering, and I ate all the food. She didn't eat nothing at all.
We just really hit it off, and then we kissed in the parking lot, and that for me was like, okay, I'm in. Like I knew right away after that.
And I looked at her and we were just staring at each other, and I asked her, is it okay on the first date to kiss you? And she said yes, and we had our first kiss, and it was just
the best kiss ever. It was like the movie moment. You know, when you're standing there and like everything's frozen around you, that is how it felt.
I really can't describe it. It was like I was missing something for a very long time, and after I kissed her, I felt complete. And I just wanted to reassure her by kissing her a few extra times.
And I remember getting in my car and I sat there and I just took a deep breath. And Paul said he saw me do that, and he's like, that was so funny. Like I was watching you and you got in and you just, and he said he started laughing. And
just stared at each other and waved and giggled like little schoolgirls, and then we drove off.
The proposal was on Christmas Day.
And I schemed up a plan, and I met with her brother's fiance, and I came with an idea of just taking a year's worth of pictures and putting together into this scrapbook.
We were all done opening presents, and there was like one present left, and my mom brought it to me.
And I wanted her mom to give it to her, saying, here is my gift to you, which is, you know, marrying me.
I started crying immediately, not knowing that this was even like the proposal. I thought that it was just like this super sweet gift. I start bawling. I'm like, this is so nice.
She opened it up and she started looking through it, and then she just started bawling, and I was like, I hadn't even said anything yet. She was just crying, and then come to find out, it was just because it was just so perfectly put together, and she was just so amazed by someone took the time to make that.
And I'm looking through it, and the last page is pictures of him like buying the ring and pictures of the ring. And I just was like, wait a second, like what's happening?
And she just kind of froze, and then went to the last picture, which was a picture of the ring, and still kind of froze. And that's when I stood up and got on my knee.
I was basically a hot mess, like bawling the entire time. And then when Paul proposed, when he gets nervous, he rambles and rambles, and his lips like quiver. And I always make fun of him for that. And
I had a speech I wanted to say, but it didn't come out. It was a bunch of stuttering and a bunch of blah, 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 but
he was just rambling about like stuff that didn't even matter. And it was really funny, but it was perfect. And he had a cake made, which I thought was really cool.
She said yes, and she was a cry mess, and everyone was real excited. So one of my favorite days of all time.
I call him like my future hubby all the time, and I'm just really excited to like actually be like husband and wife.
Being with the man, I've learned so much of just being a patient man, a better man, being able just to learn from my mistakes. And because of that, I feel because of her and also my mother that I'll be a great husband and a great father.
He's gonna be the best dad. Like he's so good with kids, and I'm just really excited like to see him be a dad and to raise a family. And he's a twin, and supposedly I'm like next in the family to have twins, so he's dying to have twins. Either way, I just want lots of kids with him, and they'll be like that really pretty like mocha chocolatey mixed skin. I'm really excited to have like caramel babies. That's what I always tell him.
I look forward to spending happily ever after with her.